Hello, welcome to Grind Mode TV. This is your boy Big Motion, and we're back with another episode. I know I've been gone for a while. I was on vacation, went down to Miami for a while, seen some family and stuff. You know, those who follow me on Facebook know that I was out of town. But we're back with another one. And if you haven't, like, subscribe to the channel, please. Well, this time we're talking about, we're going to look at Anton Daniels after hours. They have a panel, and we're talking about the rule the Florida governor made about the protesters that he said he could hit your ass if you get in the way of his car. And I feel it, and I don't feel it. You know what I'm saying? This little logo that's on this side of me, I'm trying out a new program, see if I'm going to get it or not. You know what I'm saying? So you'll see that in the video going back and forth. It's the watermark. So we're talking about the Florida governor saying that you can actually hit the pedestrians that are protesting if they get in the way of your car. And we're using Anton Daniels for the content. So let's get to it. I got this up here.
Obviously, we got to tap on the political side of it. So the first thing that I want to talk about is Ron DeSantis says in Florida, you can run over a protester if they start to try to surround your car. So let me add that into the conversation. And this is some of what he had to say.
And we also have a policy that if you're driving on one of those streets and a mob comes and surrounds your vehicle and threatens you, you have a right to flee for your safety. And so if you drive off and you hit one of these people, that's their fault for impinging on you. You don't have to sit there and just be a sitting duck and let the mob grab you out of your car and drag you through the streets. You have a right to defend yourself in Florida.
The law that.
So, with that being said, what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about the fact that people have a right to be able to run over protesters, riders, however you want to frame them, and defend themselves if they start to surround your car?
I love it. I personally have been in a situation like that. Like I was in Ghana when they had elections and we were going through the streets and the car was completely surrounded, front, back, sides, the whole thing. And people were just like pushing on the car and I was just like, we're going to die. So I get it. Like, unless you've been in it, you don't know how scary that is.
Yeah, and I also think that it was in one instant this guy was trying to take his pregnant wife to the hospital, and they got in front of the car, and they damn near pulled the man out the car, and he's fighting. He gets out there, he pulls the people off this car, and then I think he ran over one person. But shit, you getting in my way while I'm trying to take my wife to the doctors? You got me fucked up.
It is. Run them over.
Exactly. Oh, goddamn. Another commercial.
Damn.
I mean, I was gonna.
It's terrifying. You got to get out of there. Run them over. Get out of the way.
What's wrong? What's wrong, Carrie? What was you about to say?
No, I was gonna say, like, I agree with what he was saying, but I was like, dang, is this kind of giving some ammunition to people to not first make sure they can't? That's so double negative. To make sure that they're like, is that giving people leeway to just floor it? But Kim, you sharing that, I can't.
I'm telling you,
I can't imagine it. And if I'm in that situation, I don't want to have to see, like, can I could see where it's like, no.
Plus, does your insurance company cover protesters beating and breaking your window? I don't know. I ain't seen that on my policy. So yeah, motherfuckers is definitely getting hit. Shit.
Oh, get off my car, I'm out. So
yeah. It's scary. Like the car is just rocking back and forth. There's people all over the place. Like, it's scary.
No, I get it.
Whatever you need to do to protect your life, you got to go home too. These people need to get out of the way.
Slimmy, what was you about to say? You was a little surprised when Kim said that.
Yeah, I mean, that shit is I know that's shocking. Like I don't know, man. What I will say though is like the best solution for this shit, man. Like what the fuck is you protesting for real? Like really, at the end of the day, what the fuck is you out in these streets for? Like, do you really know what's going on?
That's I would say that's kind of an ignorant statement because when we're protesting out there, we got our Spanish brothers and sisters out there protesting. But when y'all out there protesting for Black Lives Matters, ain't nobody trying to hit y'all with the car. And maybe there is, but just to say that, what are you protesting for? You know what they protesting for, but and they have every right. Do everybody agree with them? No, you know what I'm saying. But you never know until you in someone else's shoes of how life is. So you can't just spit out their protests. I know most of them are immigrants. They're fighting for their relatives that's getting taken away. But yeah, you know, they protesting for their rights just like we protest for ours when shit go wrong on our end. So that's kind of ignorant and stupid.
Like, are you really informed as to why you're out there? And if you're getting paid to do it, well, shit. I hope they gave you some insurance money, cause you could get fucked up standing in a motherfucking street blocking traffic. Like I would advise people to just stop protesting, man. Like you can have
And listen, I don't stand with blocking traffic. Like that's just stupid. You know what I'm saying? A peaceful protest, you protest and you say what you gotta say. I don't know if it's paid people out there to start stupid shit. Like because that does happen. There are people out there that they pay to start shit so they could actually get violent and break up the protest. So I don't know. It's a slippery slope. But standing in front of cars and stopping traffic from people from going where they gotta go, just protest. Fuck.
peaceful protest, like for something. Uh, at this point in life, I don't know what you gonna protest for in the streets. Like if you're not directly in front of a specific building and you secure and you safe and you just out there like when they do the protest in front of like on abortion clinics, what are they called?
Abortion.
Planned Parenthood.
Yeah,
Like how they it'd be like 15 people out there all night. They don't have a life. You know what I'm saying? Like doing that, protesting in front of Planned Parenthood. Like, but that's cool because they on the sidewalk. They not in the way. You know, and it's only like 15 people. But once you start getting hundreds and then you getting into thousands of people just in the streets doing all type of wild shit, and we know that it's some paid, like it's paid. I don't know if that money is worth it. You know what I'm saying? So it's best that people just stop doing this shit for real. Because ultimately you don't even know what you out there for. You can't tell people why you out there. You just doing it because you're getting some money. And we know it's paid now. It's all everywhere. So stop the faking and acting like you're doing this shit for a good cause because it's cap. Stay the fuck out the streets.
Oh, my bad. I was muted. What I wanted to say was facts. Stay out of the streets. But it is for a good cause in their eyes. People protest because they believe in something, and that's our right to do so. But yeah, stay the fuck out the streets, man. People got places to go. People got work. Like, they don't want to hear about that, the protesters getting in their way and this and that. Man, you can protest. You can do all of that. You can feel how you want to feel. But stay out of the road, man.
Molly, what are your thoughts on this?
I agree with Kim. I think that you should, it's about preservation of life. So if they're in your way and you feel threatened, you gotta do what
What, Molly got a thought? That's not Anton's thought? Wow.
you gotta do to make it out of that situation and make it home. And I think it's manufactured. I think our whole entire reality is manufactured. I think that
I think Slimmy heard me.
you have certain people with a certain amount of money who place bets and they put us in these controlled environments and they bet on us to see what we're going to do, how we're going to react.
You think that we are kind of sort of pawns in that way, Molly?
Yeah, and I think it's been that way for a long time. And
Oh, now she's sounding like Jazz. That's crazy. When Jazz be up here talking that, You know what I'm saying? Everybody get on her, but now we controlled and programmed. Okay.
Now we're getting a little bit more information, but I think we're always pawns. It's always every single thing is manufactured from what we listen to and watch to what we participate in. It's all planned out. We got to start waking up. In this fake cartel war, I just think that they're working with Palantir to usher us into a digital prison where we're constantly being surveillance for our protection, but it's going to cost us our privacy. A lot of people are going to lose their freedoms. A lot of people are going to be looked at as domestic terrorists.
Newsflash, Molly. We've been past that state. Edward Snowden came out. When he came out and he told y'all we had to stop everything right now, that meant right back then. Now, yeah, there's a net over everything. Everything surveillance. Everybody's gonna pull out their phones, ring door, dash bells. You know what I'm saying? Like all that is in the way. So yeah, we've been past that point. We're definitely totally under digital surveillance. If y'all ain't know that by now.
That's my opinion. But if you're dumb enough to
Especially y'all with them raggedy ass iPhones that want everybody to get one. Yeah, that's just a high price anchor bracelet like the police give you that record everything.
participate, you have to be willing to take the consequences.
Are y'all against like a digital future in that way?
What do you
Yeah,
mean by digital future?
I
So,
am.
for example, we gonna have digital IDs, so where everything is on your phone, and even if you go and fly through the airport today, when you go through, they just say, "Hey, take a picture or whatever," and it scans you, and then to be able to identify you, and then that's how you go through.
Yeah, they got our facial prints, our retinal prints, which you also know that you could get them to stop using that because nobody asked for your permission to use that. So it's several sites you could go to. I wish I had them for you guys to give it to you. Probably on another video, I'll let y'all know which these sites are that you could go and tell them that look, don't use my facial print, my retinal print without my permission, and they can't just do that. But right now, we so far in, it's almost like a part of life.
Um, they leveraging more technology inside of the airports, inside of places, and stuff like that. So, are y'all against moving towards a technological based future?
Mm-hmm.
We
It's
I
have
think
good
it's
we have
inevitable,
technologies
but
already.
I think it's
we're
inevitable, but it's
we're behind
absolutely
China.
crazy. Right. They have digital currency. Like that's a whole what's the show? Black Mirror
Yeah,
episode. Like that's scary.
I love
Yeah.
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror is definitely a show that shows you like how all this technology will work against you one day and how it could work against you. If everybody ain't see Black Mirror on Netflix, that's what that show is about. If you think it's kind of weird, it's just showing you how technology gonna bite us in the ass one day.
So if I turned off Ada tomorrow, I would need to double my support teams.
I think we already there. That's what that face scan on your phone is. I've never set that shit up, and I never will.
They
We
have
all
to
You want to be face
weaponize
scanning
it.
on your phone, Timmy?
No, I've never done that shit
Oh
ever.
it
yeah,
doesn't matter.
biometrics.
It doesn't matter. I forgot my passport one time and came back through. I didn't need it. They know exactly who I am. They just scanned my face.
Facts.
They don't need it
That's 'cause-
because most cities have cameras.
Right. You
And
stand in front of
they've
the
already
camera,
scanned your
snap
face
your
anyway.
picture, and all your stuff comes up right there. They don't
That's
need that stuff.
crazy.
It's
Slimmy,
no escaping it.
what do you fear about it, Slimmy?
I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want that much scanning my face. I just think it's kind of weird. Like it's a phone that I'm supposed to be using. I'll just put in a code. Like
I think it's good and bad because sometimes you be wishing that somebody recorded something, like you go through something and you be like, damn, I wish it was on. So soon as like these Tesla cars, all these electric cars, they'll be recording you right in your driver's seat, in your passenger seat. They also record like you riding in traffic. So if you have an accident or anything, they pick that up. So that helps you out a lot too.
I just think scanning my face was just too far.
But I mean, we're doing that all over the place, like Snapchat. Snapchat.
Mhm.
Yeah,
The
you do
biggest
that.
one.
I don't do that on. I never did that shit on Snapchat.
You're in the system.
You're just in a
I guarantee you.
database.
Right. I mean,
Everything is
they've got
data.
RFID chips in your tires. You're not escaping this.
I never said we are escaping it. I said we already there.
Yeah.
We already there. That's what the face scan is. I'm just saying I don't do it. I'm not saying I'm not a part of the system.
The
Yeah, we
only
already know that. Like once you got your social security number, like you already in there. That's a wrap.
I mean, but you're
There's
also
just certain things that I don't do that because I just don't like it.
right, and I get it, but you're also on
Years gonna be
YouTube.
70 years.
You say what?
15?
I said I
What's he
get it,
gonna,
but you're
what's he
also
gonna do in the
on YouTube.
meantime for
What
the
are you
next
gonna do
15
when
to 20
Mika
years?
50, nigga? She gonna be tapped out, nigga.
But what are you doing for
Dragons,
these 15 and 20
uh
years? Getting
I'm still
prepared
gonna look
for it?
good.
Like what?
This
I don't get
face
it.
I'm mad that
Somebody
y'all
else
saying that
What's
before
Mika
going
her?
on?
gonna
I
be
can't
tapped
even hear
out.
nobody.
I'm mad that y'all saying Mika gonna be tapped out in 20 years.
You're gonna be tapped out.
Most
No,
people 20
he
years
got
from
mad
now
because
gonna be tapped out, nigga, unless you like 19.
somebody
nigga.
chatted that they were gonna take me from Anton 15, 20 years from now. And Quentin hating.
Unless you
Gonna say
Well, right now they're trying to not let anybody own anything when it comes to 2030. Say by 2030, none of us will own anything. We'll be renting every single thing that there is out here, and that's the plan. And those that say, "Oh, I got a house or whatever," if you haven't noticed, the property taxes are skyrocketing, and if you don't pay them property taxes, say bye bye to your house.
Up 25.
Oh, men like
man.
older
20
women.
years from now for a lot of people is
Let's
I
move
thought
this
y'all
up
was
a
talking
little
about
bit.
the
See what
face
else they
scan
got to
shit. I'm
say.
like, what?
We are
Distracted.
like one generation had no taxes, no income taxes, right? But then you got another generation used to paying it. So now our generation never even seen anything without income taxes. So they don't even know that you're not supposed to be paying it.
that's true.
It's the same thing with with privacy. In the early 2000s, if you were an adult, you probably knew that this was wrong. But now you don't know that it's wrong. So Gen Z and millennials are walking around like, what's the problem?
And that's the biggest thing with your elders. And with that coronavirus, it took out most of your elders, people that have seen America in a whole different state and that could tell you how it's supposed to be. They're taking out our elders. They got the kids not listening to our elders. And that's your blueprint to life. You know what I'm saying? Like your elders been there. They seen the America you haven't seen. They experience it without cell phones, without all type of stuff. So the more the old people go and you don't like press their brain to find out different things, like with your grandma and everybody, that's what they're there for, to guide you. But they taking that away from us slowly but surely.
I think
Yeah,
people
I mean,
care about privacy when it comes to people knowing your business. And that's when we're like, ooh, I don't know, I need privacy. Like you don't want people like
I don't give a fuck about privacy. I've been living my life on the internet like an open book for the longest. I didn't already threw that away
Yeah, this
10
nigga.
years ago. People got Ring cameras and shit. That shit is all interconnected. Like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
it's like
But it's
unless you completely off the grid.
and you're not.
Snowden said they were watching you through your TV, man. And that was a while back before your Ring cameras and all that. So once you get those Alexas, anything, the new phones, especially the new iPhones, they got you. They got you.
Then you don't use the internet and you grow your own food, then you could just throw that whole argument away.
But
They
we got
just got
satellites
sued.
too, so you really don't have privacy because
I
Right.
agree.
Elon Musk can see
Your
everything we're
good
doing.
lips through your
We're not going
windows,
to talk
through your
about that because I
windshield. You
have
don't
my
have
own
privacy.
thing on
We just like
satellites.
to think that we
But
do. It makes us feel
they're getting far off the subjects. Tell me what you think about what the governor of Florida said. If you feel that that's right to be able to hit somebody with your car if they're in your way. My feelings on it is shit. Get the fuck out my way, especially if I got something to do. You know what I'm saying? I get the protesters. I get what you're fighting for. I feel you. I see that. But you shouldn't be able to be in the road. And I think with that happening, and as you've seen, plenty of protesters got ran over. got ran over, like this lady got her legs ran over for jumping on somebody's hood. Like, yeah, you out of control. You out of pocket. You need to get ran the fuck over. But y'all let me know in the comments what you feel, how y'all feel about the protesters, how y'all feel about the rule that they could get hit by a car, which I know most of y'all are going to agree. But this is your boy, Big Motion, and this is another episode of Grind Mode TV. We'll be back at you with another one, because I know I've been gone for a while, and I know I ain't been putting it out. But thank you for joining me. Please like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.